Saul was the big loser today, so he has to post pictures of himself naked on the internet.
This is really stupid, and I'm really sorry I did this.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Original Video Podcast. Today we watch Pong the Animation. It's a 2011...
Yo, slow down.
No. Sports anime about ping pong. I liked it.
This was my choice. I'm a huge fucking ping pong fan. It's honestly... The anime fucking kills, the manga kills, the live-action movie kills. Quick plot synopsis. Hoshino is a natural prodigy at table tennis who goes by the nickname Peko because he loves snacks so much. Tsukimoto is his childhood friend nicknamed Smile. At first thought because he doesn't smile. What the fuck is that?
The fuck is that?
Alright chat, we're gonna pause real quick. Can you turn off the TV?
Oh my god.
That was pretty fucking good.
I just can't believe Alex was watching Impractical Jokers at that sound level.
Oh, yeah.
That's a joke only for Bryson, because Bryson's the only person I've ever known in my entire life to watch Impractical Jokers.
I know a bunch.
Yeah, Sam.
Saul was the big loser today, so he has to
hole?
post pictures of himself naked on the internet on r/Club Penguin.
Saul was the big loser today, and so he has to go on the Original Video Podcast.
Oh, God.
I think my favorite thing about that meme is, like, the picture of him, is him at his fattest in his entire life.
Yeah. So I know exactly two things about Impractical Jokers, which is, one, they're mean to each other, and one of them is always sad.
And Baldwin's a pedophile, apparently.
And two,
Murphy or whatever.
not only is there one pedophile, there's two in there.
That's excellent.
Murph's today's big winner. So today, we're going to let him sexually harass job actresses.
Stop, there's no winners, it's only losers.
Murph's our big winner today.
It's Jenga rolls.
And so we gave him the numbers of 12, 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
But one of them's a cop, he better be careful.
Uh-oh. Looks like we've got next week's big loser all set up.
Hey there, I'm Chris Handsome here.
Chris Hansen, I'm all Chris Handsome.
To catch a joker.
Yo.
Okay.
Why so underaged?
I am literally just imagining fucking, like, a man dressed like Heath Ledger, and he's like, Chris Hansen, have you ever considered the chaos involved in hitting on a 9-year-old? It'll throw the whole system out of order.
I'm gonna show you a magic trick. I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Is it sound?
Another solid one, to go a little bit more punny, is I'm gonna show you a magic trick. I'm gonna make this pencil dick disappear. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, who would be the best for that? I think, personally...
What's the best Joker?
Jared Leto's Joker would be perfect for that.
Well, he's already, like, basically, like, a cult leader pedophile.
Listen,
so.
I really like the scene in American Normal Person where he has a rational reaction to Jared Leto being in his house.
I think the funniest Joker to see in that situation would be the Cesar Romero 60s Batman television Joker. Could you imagine? He walks in, he makes like...
Holy camole, Batman, he showed me his dick!
Oh my god, it would be Robin, too. And he hands Chris Hansen a big cartoon ticking bomb.
You thought you were going to give me a bomb.
That's it! You thought you were going to give me a bomb. And then there's no further statement. He just refuses to take it.
I think the police officers appear to be fleeing the building. Same with the crew.
I'm sorry, Joker, but I'm immune to Joker gas.
Joker, this is already as funny as it could possibly be to me. I love catching pedophiles, so that way they don't know that I secretly am one.
Is that a joy buzzer in your hand? Or are you just happy to see me?
Alright, fucking Chris Handsome, but he's actually Two-Face.
Chris
You're
Hansen.
One is like,
but
let
he's
him go.
Burgess Meredith.
Who's that again?
That's the guy who plays the Penguin, who goes, that'd be a good pick. Also, another addendum to this bit, the guy who played Robin in original 60s Batman.
You know he sells dog food?
I actually did know that. Did you know he also has a huge penis?
Oh, well, of course I did. Didn't you see the episode where the Joker at play?
I wish I was joking, though. For real, though. Like, him and Adam West. Bert something.
It's Bert Matei, isn't it?
No.
That's a good joke. Matthew Matei.
And Brown Dixon.
That is a good...
Speaking of internet celebrity dicks, before we get back on the subject, I remember for the longest time I was telling everyone, I guess a mistaken, like, I was like, damn, it's crazy that Pro Jared has a big dick, making it seem like I have a small dick. Because the first time I saw it, it was an edit to give him a 9-inch hog.
That edit is hilarious, though. His face...
Yo!
This is a visual business podcast, but...
No, you don't need to unzip your pants.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, my 10-inch hog isn't nearly as glorious. But fucking Pro Jared's face in that photo is awesome.
Alright, hear me out. You get a 12-inch hog, however, part of the surgery to make it that big is it gives it pig ears.
Okay. Better thing. You have to always dress up as Sailor Mercury.
I would do that.
And you're not allowed to fuck the other cosplay Sailor Scouts.
Well, why would I do that? When listen,
when
when you're at a cosplay, you want to fuck Chewbacca.
Mask. Sorry, I stepped on your bit. But also, yeah, I'd fuck cosplay Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. What a Wookiee! But back to Batman villains.
Fuck, who's Chewbacca again?
Are you fucking...
Are you,
That's awesome.
Is this real? Am I being...
Chewbacca is the,
No.
No, sorry.
No.
God damn it.
And ask your question.
Shut up, Brenton. He's the DEI hire for Spider-Man. You spam my bit so much you made me say Spider-Man, you fucking retard. You're a fucking loser.
They don't even give him a medal until the new one.
Yeah.
It is especially a DEI hire.
So, God, fuck.
To quote South Park, Chewbacca's a Wookiee, so why would he be living with all them Ewoks?
Why would I stake a man's life on this? You know, I really loved the Legal Eagle episode where he talked about how that's a real thing him and his friends will do. And they refer to it as pulling a Chewbacca.
Oh, okay. Oh fuck! That's Star Wars.
What did you think it was? Were you just in there like you had like war? You had like Worf in your head?
Yeah. Not Worf. The Ferengi.
The Ferengi Quark.
You what?
I was like, wait.
That's even more.
You see, we just need to turn the mic on and the gold starts to flow.
I'm just saying.
I'm so fucking glad I haven't seen a fucking Star Wars movie since I was in high school.
What was the last one you watched?
I think Gary and Anna took me to Rogue One, and I was not particularly impressed.
I don't really like Rogue One. That one,
I never watched it.
There's a couple fun moments in it, and like the last 5 minutes is really cool.
Me and a couple friends who were racist, so I stopped hanging out with them. You may remember it as the Pacific Islander guy who was part of the KKK. Our friendship did not last much longer after that. We went to a screening of the eighth one. What's it called? Not Force Awakens.
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. And we
the
had
one that was so controversial. It
Ryan Johnson.
Fucked up 9.
Yeah, fuck 9. Anyways,
Whoa.
Stop.
Well, They Fly Now is awesome.
They Fly Now.
I think about They Fly Now more often than I should.
What flies now?
They Fly Now.
Okay.
They Fly Now.
So like, they're on like speeder bikes or whatever, right? And then
Well, yeah.
what's her face? Rey, the woman Jedi who is the star of the new trilogy.
Her name's Daisley Ridley.
She like looks back and then like the stormtroopers they're fighting hit like buttons and start flying on jetpacks and she goes, "They fly now?"
And then I always called him Patrick Pascal, but that's not his name. Moon Knight actor.
Oh yeah, it's him.
He's like, "They fly now."
He's like, "They fly now."
And then fucking CB is like, "They fly now." And then Chewbacca, you don't understand what he's saying. Presumably he says, "They fly now." It's like 6 characters in a row.
It's really awful.
So I'll give a real recollection of Star Wars. Okay, so the first one, they're on.
Wait, which first one?
Sorry, Phantom Menace. They're on Navarro because the Federation and the aliens are fighting.
Yeah.
And Navarro gets occupied, but Jar Jar Binks is able to save the day by using his people as cannon fodder.
That's a surprisingly accurate description of Phantom Menace.
You forgot about the space shoe with the space slave. That's Anakin.
I was gonna.
And also the best part of the movie, the pod racing.
No, the best part of the
that's
movie,
wonderful.
there's always a bigger fish. That was my favorite scene.
There's always a bigger fish.
Have I ever told you my order of watching Star Wars movies? It was 4, 1, 5, 6, 2, 3.
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
That's a bad order. To be fair, I'm also like a crazy person, and I only think about 2 Star Wars movies are really worth your time.
You're gonna say the prequels, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna give a genuine opinion. I really like Empire Strikes Back. That movie's pretty damn good.
I think it's. I wish we could have seen the David Lynch version.
I don't think it would have been as good as what we got, but it would have been very interesting.
I think it would have been more weird, like his fucking Dune.
And then what's the other one I like? I kind of liked about half of Return of the Jedi, and I kind of like about half of The Last Jedi.
How do you feel about New Hope?
A New Hope is fine, but I'm not enamored with it.
So Return of the Jedi, that's the last one. Sorry, the 6th one.
Yeah.
The 5th one.
The Last Jedi, that's the.
No, you're right. My
That's the
bad.
one where Anakin kills the.
Yeah.
Kills himself.
That's the one.
No, Anakin lives that one, so that way he can be in 4.
So no. So
Last Jedi is.
let me go through
sequel
them in order. It's Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, Empire Strikes
You're
Back,
actually missing one.
Return of the Jedi. Shut up.
You're missing 2 now.
I'm not counting the ones made after.
I'm sorry. You don't consider the Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated film to be in the canon?
We talked about this before. I don't like that show or that movie.
No, that show's awesome. That movie is ass, though. No one likes it.
Well, they should have shown me the show before the movie because I saw the movie first and I watched an episode or 2 of the show and was like, this sucks. And then you put it on and I was like, what is going on? Am I in fucking hell? What are you, gay?
You gotta get through like 2 bad seasons before the Clone Wars gets
You're
really
describing
good.
developing Stockholm Syndrome right now.
Yeah.
Listen, you just need to make it through the first 10 episodes of The Nut Shack before you really get into it.
Yeah,
It's
and it was so worth
Nut
it.
Shack.
Were you there when I tortured Alex and Jason with it?
No.
I didn't break till, like, I shit you not, 2 minutes before credits, I finally broke
Oh my god,
the
that's
fucking
awesome.
kayfabe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I thought they were Filipino before I watched the show.
I watched some
I thought they
slop
were
recently.
Filipino.
They're Mexican.
Wait, they're not Filipino?
They're Mexican.
Huh.
But this was a universal, like, assumption about them.
I watched some slop recently.
You watched, what was it, 6 seasons of South Park?
I have been watching a bunch of South Park. No, the slop I watched was... I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Is that a movie or a show?
It is a movie.
Is it the 3rd movie in the Ant-Man show?
It is the 3rd Ant-Man movie. Terrible.
Stop yawning so loud. You gotta cover your mouth. I have to edit it out, and it makes me tired and annoyed when I'm editing at 2 a.m. And one person in the podcast named Millhouse is always the one that sneezes and yawns and burps into the mic.
So Ping Pong the Animation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, but I watched that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Garbage. But I think you two should watch it because MODOK's in it. And
Who's
he would,
MODOK?
He's the big baby boy from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two Worlds Ultimate for PS4.
you the guy who's just a head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
MODOK. He was played by Patton Oswalt in a really shitty animated series.
Yeah. Then
Minecraft story mode.
I watched Captain America 4, Captain Black America.
Okay, I'm not going through this Marvel thing
Nope,
genuinely.
no, I'm talking about all the slop.
We don't have enough time on the episode.
I only want to bring up one thing about Marvel slop. Genuinely, Harrison Ford is in that movie.
Oh no.
Harrison Ford looks like he's gonna shit himself in every scene. He spends a whole bunch of the movie like grabbing tables and going grrrr.
Isn't it like 90?
Jesus Christ, Brenton, look at that.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, he is like 90, and he looks like he's
Who shot first? Was it you or Greedo? I don't fucking care. Dude, Star Wars fans are such nerds.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had a Star Wars comic that had Jabba the Hutt, and Milhouse had one that was Luke Skywalker doing shit.
Man, I don't fucking remember that shit at all.
But what matters is Jabba the Hutt eats a girl through like prison bars and sends people out into space and they pop.
That's really fucked up.
When I was a kid, I was 9.
Yeah, well...
You were 9 years old, and I was 11 years old. We were the 9/11 crew. This predated 9/11, and we predicted it, and we sold this really good comic called Brenton Bat.
9/11 was really bad for the year 2008.
What happened in 2011?
2011.
Yeah, it's like Slevin. There's these years what's called the merger years, where 2 years are combined together through quantum mechanics and Ant-Man and Wasp Girl.
What does this even mean?
I know, but I don't want to live in 2011.
Do you remember 2011? It's when Skyrim and Oblivion came out. And Halo 3. 2011.
Who's everybody's favorite character in ping pong?
Pecco.
Kong Wing.
Kong Wing.
Wenge is awesome.
Wenge, yeah.
Pecco, I think, is like pretty
Sakuma's
obviously
great.
the fan favorite. Sakuma is great.
I think the problem is all the characters are great. Like, there's very few characters that I look at and I go, oh.
I think my favorite is probably Kong Wenge. I like his story. He's fun.
So, plot synopsis, let's try this again.
We'll see.
Hoshino is a natural prodigy at table tennis, who goes by the nickname Pecco. Tsukimoto is a childhood friend nicknamed Smile because he doesn't smile. They are the two best players in their high school's ping pong team. Despite this, Pecco consistently skips practice to loaf around a tennis hall he played in as a kid, which causes Smile to be harassed and sent to go grab him. A rival high school ends up picking up a Chinese player named Kong Wang, or Wenge, who people call China because he's Chinese. He fucking skunks back. He fucks him up. Are my neighbors doing that shit again? But then he gets snubbed by Smile. And the movie has the line great. It would only result in a loss. For who? And fucking Smile just fucking... Oh. Back at their high school, their coach, Butterfly Joe, starts harassing and focusing in on Tsukimoto, who gets annoyed by this. Kazuma from Kai High School goes to visit when they're skipping one day.
Kazuma, in this case, is like another ping pong prodigy.
As I was going to say, the ping pong champion.
He is the mountain at which other characters test themselves for this
Or
series.
Dragon, as it's referred to in Talladega Nights, starring Will Ferrell.
If you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're fags.
That's not what advice I live my life on, Dad. What? Son, that's bullshit. You can get 5th place. Who cares?
So eventually, Butterfly Joe tries to press Smile, who puts him in the fucking dirt.
I think
That's
that fight's awesome, by the way. But Joe being 70 as hell and still pulling off all them tricks is really, really fun.
I do enjoy the reversal of him going, Mr. Tsukimoto, there's not a bed down there. Get up, there's not a bed down there. Fuck Butterfly Joe. Everyone knows Butterfly Joe is washed. I think it's weird the anime adds his... Only in the anime do they have the guy he let win.
Okay, but he's barely a character.
Yeah, but it's...
But I also think it's totally fine to add it in the anime because, it explained Butterfly Joe's psychology, really efficiently.
Well, it's... The stories in the other ones. The guy he let win just isn't in the manga or movie. But what matters... What the fuck are you doing?
Are you, grasping the energy from the sun?
Yeah, I'm fucking so tired.
It's so hot in here, too, because we had to turn the fan off.
Obviously you don't see this because this is a podcast, but Milhouse keeps reaching both of his hands up.
He was going to go...
And then he grasps the air, and then he brings it down and he places it in his brain.
So what matters is, there's the Inner High tournament, which is the first tournament of the 2 in the series. In it, Pecco has a rematch with Sakuma, who was a kid from the same tennis hall, who has a bit of a complex with him.
I love his design.
Sakuma's great. Sakuma, who's nicknamed Akuma because, one letter off, has astigmatism in his eyes and asthma. Despite this, he's worked 100,000 times harder than everyone else to beat Peko, and was a really sick match of him lobbing it up real high. Sakuma does great in the tournament, and Tashina's doing okay. I mixed the two names. Smile, aka Tsukimoto, is doing okay, and he's playing against Wenge, and he's beating Wenge. Then he watches Wenge's coach scream at him, telling him he's a fucking loser for losing, and he's got no place for him here.
Yeah,
and he lets him win.
Wenge's coach starts beating him up and going, "You'll never go back to China like this. They'll kill your mother. We'll send her to the Chinese gulag."
What matters is he lets him win, and then Kazuma and Butterfly Joe are like, "Yo, what the fuck? That's not how you play ping pong." And he smacks Tsukimoto with his glasses on, which I think is a real bitch move. Peko gives up ping pong for a summer, gets a tan, long hair, is a shitty boyfriend, and gets really good at smoking cigarettes and playing fighting games. Specifically, Virtua Fighter in the movie.
What's really funny is he's a bitch, Akuma's the king.
Peko's great, but what matters is when he's doing that, he's going by Poco, which is a secondary character from the candy brand that Peko's from, on screen now. I think it's a hilarious joke. So, while he's loafing around doing whatever, Sakuma tries to challenge Kimoto because why the fuck does Kazuma focus on you instead of me? And he gets stomped.
That's because they're gay for each other.
And Tsukimoto, unlike... Because, the main three guys, fucking Smile, Demon, and Peko all have different responses to, whatever. Peko... Hoshino is like, you need to practice for another century or whatever to get to my level. But it always says you can do it, you just need to keep practicing. Demon, Sakuma, he's like, well, you should just try harder. Why aren't you trying harder? If you don't want to lose, win. And then Smile, Tsukimoto, is like, you don't have talent, you can't do it. You never will do it. Which is so fucking cruel.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
I think the differences in philosophy shown in how they play ping pong is really, really fun. This is something that I would say really comes to fruition at the end of the show, when you get to see kind of, I thought, why Smile played ping pong in the first place for a lot of it, which is he has autism and can't connect with people. I think genuinely he is neurodivergent.
Maybe he's just Japanese.
Everyone's Japanese in the show.
Yeah.
It came with the ping pong table.
Everyone's Japanese in real life. We just don't know it yet. But ping pong to Smile is his vector for connection with people. And you can say that play really well in that last game he does with Peko, where it doesn't actually matter who wins in that final game. You just get to see a moment of Peko and Smile have genuine connection over the sport that they love.
I disagree with that. I think it is important that Peko wins that last match, especially when it comes to the subplot of Butterfly Joe, because it is an interesting... I love it because it's alright, would you do it? But they fucking overcomes getting played against, kind of smacking Butterfly Joe back in his place.
I mean, it's a cool moment for Peko, but I don't think it matters for the philosophy of the characters. It matters for Butterfly Joe, but the genuine moment of human connection that Smile is obviously seeking throughout the show as a bullied child who is, a social pariah.
Blood tastes like iron.
Yeah. Ping pong is his vector to communicate with the outside world in a safe way. And that's what he gets in that final battle with Peko. I think that's very sweet.
Where was I in the plot? Okay, so Inner High...
Mid-tournament.
I know we finished tournament because Pekka quit. So Kazuma's still I want Tsukimoto in the team. And Sanda, the team captain, is like, what's your fucking problem, dude? We all read that comment. What the hell, dude?
Oh, yeah, where he goes on the news and he goes, my team sucks. I want Tsukamoto.
I guess I skipped this when I was doing the description. Sakamoto goes over And Sanda's like, yeah, he's gonna wipe the floor with him. Sakuma's so great. And then Kazuma's like, he's gonna lose. He hasn't seen a chance. And Sanda's like, for real pissed. What the hell, dude? That's our boy. He was in it thick and thin, always with us. I love Sakuma.
Yeah, no, that's a Sanda is like a genuine dude. I like him.
When he's not macking on your cousin.
Well, okay. The NTR plot's a little weird, but
I don't think it's an NTR plot.
The NTR plot's a little weird, but I like it. We can have
a spoonful of incest.
Yeah, we can have one spoonful of NTR as a treat.
No, that's a poison. You can't have that.
I always love talking about NTR and then bringing up Japan's like cheating rates because they're crazy over there.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I've looked into it and I understand it's like a cultural thing where they still don't think it's as big a deal.
Yeah.
I don't. What is going on with the guys there?
Oh,
and the women
it's like
there?
a really misogynistic culture, and
that should make it better. That should help society.
Well, no, they have the wrong kind of misogyny. You know, in the West, we put women in like burqas and cloaks, and in the East, they take all the women's clothes off.
Personally, if I had the choice of it, I would put all women on steroids at age 2 to 20 and hormone growths. And if they're less than 5'5", they end up getting killed. And all guys need to be above 6'2". And we're going to build people taller and bigger till everyone has Marfan syndrome.
The fuck is Marfan syndrome?
It's the really tall, long disease where your heart can't get your blood all around and you end up dying at like 30.
Oh. I think my solution
But it's going to solve all incels because everyone's going to be above 6 feet tall.
Okay.
I think my solution for misogyny and dealing with women and women's rights is what if we put all of the women on like a spaceship and then we sent them to Mars because Mars needs moms.
All the boys go to Jupiter. We get more stupider. Girls go to Mars to suck off Lars.
To drive big fat cars.
To drive big fat cars.
I'm so fucked up on Mars needs moms.
What is that?
That's a movie from the 2010s. 3D animated movie that sucks dick.
It's the movie that killed that animation style, basically. Because it's oh my god, what's it called? Because it's not rotoscoping, but it's the same animation style as Polar Express.
Yeah.
Mocap animation.
Mocap animation.
Mars Needs Moms was such
Mars Needs MILFs is a slightly different movie that I have in my hard drive if anyone wants to see it.
Mars Needs Moms was such a huge financial blow to the studio that they like closed, and now mocap animation movies are not really made nearly as much.
You're right. Quick question. Big naturals. Do you think they're better on the moon because of the lower gravity?
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean,
I'd like to say this real quick. This podcast is pro big naturals and neutral on unnaturals. We gotta see which way things go. But for now, I'm gonna hardly put it on neutral.
Before I can decide on an unnatural, I gotta see if the nipples are pointed the same way.
Is that the deciding factor for you?
Have you ever seen
Cross-eyed nipples? Yeah.
That is like the number one indicator of like a bad boob job.
When
you got one like this and one like this.
Listen, I'm gonna say something insane right now. There's no such thing as a bad boob job. Any and all are fine. I think it's pretty chill. I think reductions are good. You know, gotta have a healthy back. I think the only kind of surgery I don't support is rhinoplasty.
So the nose one?
It ruins noses every day.
I think
you gotta keep that Dorito.
I think if you want to get a breast reduction surgery, you better go to the Supreme Court.
No, a woman's life is her own.
Yeah. To be told what to do by the Supreme Court.
So, ping pong.
Okay.
We're not staying on subject at all this time.
No.
So, Hoshino, he sees a picture of the woman that runs the table tennis place you like to go to, the hall, was an Olympic women's ping pong player.
Yeah, ping pong girl.
She's sick as fuck. I love her. So then he trains real hard and he becomes the greatest ping pong player ever. And let's get back to bits.
I think he wins.
I really think that Ping Pong the manga, Ping Pong the movie, and Ping Pong the animation all have different aspects that make them all worth watching, even if you've seen one. I think specifically, the movie really cuts it down in a satisfying way. It's one of 2 or 3 live-action anime-like adaptions that don't make me want to blow my brains out.
I haven't seen enough of them to make a... I'm so sorry, I burped. I haven't seen enough of them to make like a good judgment call on if it's one of the only live-action anime adaptions that don't make me want to blow my brain out. But I've also definitely seen way more of the Western ones than the actual.
I mean, Dragon Ball
Japanese.
Evolution is a classic.
I was thinking Dragon Ball Evolution. I was thinking.
Hey, 4.
I was thinking. Goku head slide. I was thinking Netflix Death Note, and I was thinking Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Something.
Oh,
Yo, live action Ed?
Johansson, Ghost in the Shell?
Oh my god! I saw that in theaters.
I remember I got in a discussion with a girl in high school about it because she was like, I can't believe they marry white. I was like, that's the least of my worries. I'm sure they'll address that.
They actually do address that.
They address that. You know what they don't address? Why the fuck does it completely reverse the ideals of the movie? I would rather die than lose my individuality. What fucking movie did you watch? What fucking retard wrote that? I'm gonna kill Scarlett Johansson with a gun. This is an actionable threat. My name is Brandy Hutzel. I live at 4th Street in Seattle, Washington.
And also, I'm gonna shoot the president with a mortar.
You can't say that.
I really think someone should kill the president is a PSA by Trevor Moore, where he says the line, I really think someone should shoot the president
With a mortar.
with a mortar. Six Semper Tyrannis.
Six Super Tyrannis.
I think the soundtrack for like the show and movie are great. Yeah, that opening.
Yeah, the opening's really good. I don't really like the ED song, but I like the ED animation.
How do you feel about Pecco's theme?
Pecco's theme is actually the one I was going to point out. Either Pecco's theme or the theme that they play anytime Kazuma plays.
Oh yeah, Kazuma's fucking dragon theme. You know what has a good live action adaptation? If you look at it the same way you look at the anime, Initial D has a Chinese adaptation where every scene where they're not doing a race sucks, but the races are actually kind of cool and improved in some ways. Because it goes like, well, gosh, shouldn't we combine them? And I think it's funny because Initial D, you kind of want to skip a lot of the in-between sometimes.
Really? You're a big race guy?
Big race guy. I like some of the in-between, but like when they are on the dates on like the lake.
Wait. There's parts of Initial D that aren't fucking racing?
Racing's only like a third of the show.
Yeah, so like in season...
What?
First like race... It's for season 1. I forget was it like track 1 or stage 1.
Stage 1.
It's really good because they don't race a lot and they don't overdo it. Stage 4 is the fucking worst. It's nothing but race. It's just like, you know, if you take this car and you go to the hill like this, blah 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 blah.
If you take this tree and you count all of its leaves.
Okay, fucking Gorbachev.
I have been thinking about Gorbachev a lot.
Kurnoff was his name, wasn't it?
Whatever.
But Khrushchev's gun.
Yo, speaking of talking about Khrushchev's gun, Donald Trump showed a picture of his bedside with 2 guns and all the stuff. I think that might come in later in the movie.
Okay, he dresses up like Dante for his negotiations with China. He brings Ebony and Ivory into like a mutual zone, which are
And
not...
Xi Jinping perfect parries all the shots and decapitates them with his bare hands.
Don't make me fucking royal guard your ass.
I want to say this right now. This podcast is pro the
Devil May
people's
Cry
community.
anime? Yes, it is.
Shut up, you fucking bitch. You fucking whore. You fucking...
Oh no.
Shut up! But no, what I was going to say is this podcast, or at least I, am pro the People's Republic of China and the CCP, and I would gladly portray anyone in this podcast if Xi Jinping told me to, through our psychic link, because he has a neural implant in me that talks to me when no one else does. And he let me know that there are actually machines in the walls that stop the bugs from breaking my house specifically.
That's good information.
There's a
I'm
girl
glad he told you that.
There's a girl I used to date who liked to eat hot chips, and it would fuse her teeth together. This is because she was becoming a weapon where she can bite dirt and pull out diamonds by crushing it.
Could you imagine a world where China is making secret Manchurian candidates via talkies?
That's me.
You eat enough talkies, and then all of a sudden you stand up and you go, huh,
What's
I'm a
everyone's favorite?
communist now.
What's everyone's favorite candy or snack? I'll be honest, I've been really hitting like the hot chip live stream ever since.
Candy?
Or snack.
I fucking love peanut M&Ms.
I know.
Fuck.
I gotta fuck with caramel M&Ms personally.
Costco fucking soft served ice cream.
You ever have the Costco pretzel bites filled with the peanut butter?
No, thank you.
Shit, I kinda want a Costco chicken bake right now. Fuck.
Yo, I want to fuck a rotisserie chicken from Costco.
At least you're losing weight. He's gained 6 pounds.
Do you think the Costco rotisserie member would also do a countdown for you?
Oh, yeah. So, hear me out. My Chemical Romance is Black Parade, but it's sung by, you won't get this joke, but he will, fucking Butterfly Joe's Japanese voice actor doing his English. Vaga!
Fuck. Oh my god. My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance.
9/11. The 9/11 band.
I know what you were actually doing there. For a second, it kind of felt like you were just trying to distract Millhouse. Like you were just trying to subsume the information out of your head. Just like, fucking like flashing your hands at him and like bright lights going off and you're just like, 9/11!
So what happened? What is the connection between My Chemical Romance and 9/11?
The band was
9/11.
Yeah, there was the inspiration about the feelings they felt about it.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Osama Bin Laden.
He's the
He
drummer.
wrote a letter in the sky using the planes before hitting the towers that said, "Please start My Chemical Romance, please."
He actually had a manuscript, and he said this to Gerard Butler, and went a little something like this. When I was a young boy, my father took me to America to see a black parade. He said, "Son, don't let them walk, blow them up with your training from the CIA." Did the
I kind of like the idea.
CIA's greatest operative, Osama Bin Laden, question mark, red circle around the CIA, but just the A?
I kind of like the idea that Osama Bin Laden accidentally started My Chemical Romance because he meant to say, "Please make more Bible black."
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things is he had original Devil May Cry's anime on his hard drive. And a lot of Naruto memes.
He did, really, huh?
Oh yeah, he had a lot of Naruto memes.
Because like I know a couple of
What else
of
did you
these
do
guys,
except
so.
play Final Fantasy VII, watch Bible Black?
Jerk off.
Yeah, oh my god. Fuck, he loved Duck Station.
We should do it.
Is Osama Bin Laden our guy?
He founded r/McDonald's.
Now I really want a big high five from our guy Osama.
Obama.
You think he was a big Kamen Rider fan?
I don't know.
Do you think it would have been sick if he had ping pong on his PC? Yo, he sends out a newsletter.
What year did Osama Bin Laden die?
2011.
Shit.
He was waiting in line for the Halo.
I thought it was 14.
Ping pong could have been one of the last things he watched before they threw him in the ocean.
No, hear me out. He's a huge Gundam fan. He was doing a Gundam reference.
He sends out the planes and he's like, "They're gonna call this my colony drop."
All right, how would you feel if he in his video where he addressed America, he was like, "It is I, Osama Bin Laden, the Red Comet."
Okay. Yeah.
I will defeat the evil of the Earthnoids.
The
America.
Americoids.
The Americanoids.
Americanoids.
Curse you, America. Afghanistan could have been like a mother to me.
I'm just imagining Osama Bin Laden and then Char's next to him now.
Yeah.
Literally no changes. It's just Char's next to him.
America, you're weighed down by your jewelry.
I don't think he hated Jewish people, dude. I think
Yeah,
Osama
right,
Bin
really.
Laden was Jewish. Haven't you heard the conspiracies? It was a Jewish plot.
Yeah, it was kind of strange that like he took out the house and then he was just dancing in New Jersey.
What's crazy is the anti-Semitic conspiracy that Jews did it doesn't make sense when you consider fucking Goldman Sachs is a Jewish bank.
What's crazy is the anti-Semitic conspiracy that Jews did it doesn't make sense.
Because 9/11 didn't happen.
I was going to say because it's true, actually.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's towers in New York. Someone flew a plane into them.
I've never seen a building over 6 feet. Okay.
Why would
You'd have to convince me that Israel would kill 3,000 people, and quite frankly, as an American, I wouldn't believe that.
I've never seen more than 10 people in a building anyway. So
Yeah.
What do you New York? That's a fake name. What do you mean New York?
well, so
Why haven't originally worked?
we were going to the exact same place because I was going to be like, oh, so where's Old York?
Go fucking stop! You are destroying our audio
I'm
levels.
so sorry.
Oh, wow. It's called Neo-Yokio?
It's called Shin York. It's an arc in fucking. That's a city from Hunter x Hunter. Why do people believe this?
Yorkshin
Yo,
City.
that's why he did it.
Fucking poser.
Yorkshire City. It's crazy. I just realized why he picked it. He's a big Hunter x Hunter fan.
I can see
That would have been the active arc when he did it
That's
too.
true. I can see the video essays now comparing our guy Osama Bin Laden with
Hisoka.
I was actually gonna go with Krollo.
It's Krollo.
He's the head of the Phantom Troop.
Yeah.
He's a good guy that did nothing wrong, unless you think more than 5 seconds. You fucking retards.
Didn't he kill Kurapika's family?
He killed his ethnicity.
Well, okay. No. So the Phantom Troop, while they were active participants in the Red Eye Massacre, can't put all that blame on them because there's like the guy who hired them to do it, like right above them.
All right, stop. If I hire a guy to strangle your dog, cat, and wife in front of you, who are you going to be more mad at? Me or the guy?
Well, no, there's one thing you're not considering. That guy also paid them to take out all your dog, cats, and cows' eyeballs so he could make a cool throne out of them.
See, I'm more on his side now. They're still alive in some sense. It's like Little Shop of Horrors. You feed your wife to Aubrey 2, kind of like 1 to 2, and she lives on through the plant.
So...
Any more opinions on Ping Pong the Animation 2011? Blu-ray rip. Zetamax.com.
Yep.
You can find more captions at yiffydorans.net.
Meerkat.com.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was doing for Dumb Riff too.
Please send money to Zeonic Front so that we can translate more anime and manga. Thank you very much.
Yo,
Out of 10.
have I talked about in the anime the time I was watching what's it called? Tiger Mask with Alex, and we had to stop because the guys translating it were like aggressively showing pro-Russia stuff to the point where it was blocking us from watching it. Like
Wait, so
pop-up blocking
You're
it.
just like watching Tiger Mask, and then like a picture of Vladimir Putin shows up, and it's like, you should like Russia.
Donate to the Russian front.
Fucking Vladimir Putin goatee every 10 seconds. The only way to stop that is to give like a certain amount of money to the Russian government.
For an episode.
Wait. Is Vladimir Putin goatee Vladimir Putin doing the goatee?
Yeah, why would
But he's also looking
Wait.
down so you can see his face through the hole.
Or is it regular goatee, but instead of a butthole, it's about Vladimir Putin's face?
You think you know which one it is.
It's former, not the latter, jackass.
I had to get... Look, listen!
My 64
Look,
goatee.
listen! Let me be clear.
Appearing offline does not stop them from appearing online.
I fucking love Wings of Redemption.
Ooh.
I give Ping Pong 2 thumbs up, by the way. Definitely watch this.
I give Ping Pong 11 out of 10. I watch all of the things and read it multiple times. I'm a big fan. And the reason we did this episode, which we didn't mention at all, is because the Sunny movie is going to be coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's why I picked it.
Sunny?
That's another manga by him. It's amazing manga.
I only watched a little bit of the live action Ping Pong movie, but I really appreciated the physicality of the actors that they chose. Bye.
Ooh, yeah.
You didn't give it a rating.
Oh yeah, sorry. I give it.
I thought Millhouse gave it. Please give money to the Zeonic Front so that we could make more manga and anime.
ピカピカ見えるピンピン動くインパルス走る永久記憶不滅飛ばすぜドラゴン反応反射音速高速いい子だそれでいいピンピン動くもっともっと早く早く